car owners, they already actually pay road maintenance levy on fuel.
Yes.
Is it fair even to still be charged through tolls and parking? A question that so many are asking.
If you look at fuel right now, what you'll be surprised that half of fuel cost is taxes. Half of your fuel consumption is tax.
It's taxed.
And besides that, we have what you call road maintenance levy.
Do you think that these toll roads are even sustainable solutions for Kenya? And maybe are the motorists being burdened unfairly, or is it now a sustainable solutions to some of the issues that are facing the transport sector?
Kenyans had an issue with the JKIA, Jomo Kenyatta International Airport, when it was being taken by the PPP. The same model actually is the model of trying to turn roads into PPPs. Because the PPP, they would want us to believe that it's a public-private partnership. But to us, it is a private profiteering partnership.
For the average motorist in the next 10 years, how would the next 10 years be in the transport sector for you?
The absorption of the EVs, the electric vehicle, has been very slow. And the goal that was set of transforming motoring into EVs, into electrical vehicles, the uptake is so slow that we cannot meet the target they were talking about. Reasons is that the electric vehicles are expensive, very expensive. And then their batteries, once there is issue with the battery replacement because it's so expensive again. We are yet to have charging spots across the country.
Thank you so much for joining us for the Power Table once again. My name is Eugene Kwach, and we are here to have a candid conversation with Peter Murima. Thank you so much, sir, for joining us for this conversation again. And actually, the motoring sector in Kenya sits as a very heart of our economy and daily life.
Yes.
And that is from private car owners to public transport operators to even the million of Kenyans who depend on border. And yet, we realize that motorists, they continue actually to face pressing challenges, and that is on high fuel cost, on questions around toll roads and taxations, even insecurity, rising accidents, and actually a push towards new technologies. Right now we're talking about electric vehicles. Those are some of the issues that we're going to talk about in this conversation that is actually going to look beyond the policies that we have to actually look at the real issues that are affecting particularly the motorists in the ground. When we talk about motorists, you see motorists affect so many people. As you said, even the people that are even pedestrians to some extent. And almost everyone is using motor vehicles in one way or the other, public, private, and so on. But I think the pertinent question that we could begin with is that car owners, they already actually pay road maintenance levy on fuel. Is it fair even to still be charged through tolls and parking? A question that so many are asking.
Thank you, Kwach, for inviting me to this show. And I think your question about the taxation regime on vehicle owners is quite a thorny issue because we are being overtaxed. You can call it double taxation. Sometimes you can call it compound taxation. I think the vehicle owner is the cash cow. It's regarded as the cash cow by the government or the tax collector. And they target specifically, even sometimes indiscriminately, the vehicle owner as the source of easy money through taxation and levies. Because you see, if you tax fuel, that is direct money, easy money. because you tax it at the consumption. And you know that the consumption of fuel is mandatory because people have to move. So there is no way people will not pay taxation because you are getting it at the meter. You are getting your money at the meter. So if you look at a fuel right now, quite you'll be surprised that half of fuel cost is taxes. Half of your fuel consumption is taxed.
It's taxed.
And besides that, we have what you call road maintenance levy. But why motorists feel being shortchanged is because if you look, you'll find that toll roads used to be there in the 90s.
Yeah.
But they were replaced by fuel levy, which the government said was more efficient. And you'll find that in the in the road maintenance levy, it started with some few cents then. Then it went to 3 shillings. From 3 shillings, it was increased to 6 shillings per liter. From 6 shillings, they found that there was no resistance. So they increased it to 18 shillings. That is treble. And then last year, when we had the Minister of Transport, that was Kipchumba during his era, they irregularly increased another 7 shillings on the same liter on the road maintenance levy. And that alone brought about the cost of fuel to be so high. And that is why instead of the motorist or the local consumer enjoying lower global prices, you find that it is the prices remain very high, even higher than neighboring countries where their fuel passes through this country. So the road maintenance levy was increased illegally, and then that money has been used. We as motorists, we are supposed to pay that over a span, I don't know, of 7 years as a loan. Because what the minister did is that he used what you call securitization and got a loan using our road maintenance levy.
Quite much interesting. We understand that the motorists, as an industry, as and contributes greatly even to employment in this country. So many ways, because there's those people who build roads and so on and so forth. But there are also tax policies that you've talked about, some of them, that actually are contributing negatively. So if you look at maybe the tax policy that we have and are building, and its contribution to the job market, how do you view it?
The transport sector is actually the engine, or you can call it the heartbeat of the nation. Because for you to come here, you have to use a vehicle. You have to use a transport of some sort. And then you have to use a road. So the road engineer who makes the roads and maintains it, that is a job. The vehicle you are using, whether it is a public service vehicle, a PSV, a personal vehicle, employs people. So it is the transport sector is a huge employer and a huge, actually the top taxpayer for the government. When they talk about other companies, other small telecommunication companies, even without mentioning their names, they cannot come anywhere near what the transport sector contributes to the economy. So if you look at the jobs, we have the matatu sector. This employs the driver and the conductor, the owner. Alongside the road, there are those operators you find, even the kamageras, the mechanics, the fuel dispensers, those who sell the fuel. So it is a complete chain of employment. And that is only one sector. Because when you go to the trackers, you find that we have building and construction trucks. You have long haul trucks, that is a long distance. Then we have these other, you call the roco transporters who do roco transportation. And then you have not gone to the cabs, taxi and cab. That is the one that also employs a huge number of people, owners and drivers alike.
Yes.
So the transport sector, Kwach, is a huge employer of the Kenyans and especially the youth. But you'll find also there is the other aspect of roads where road construction is concerned. But we have a huge issue right now because all the jobs in the road construction are going to foreigners and even those contracts. And they are moving away from, and that is why you'll find that most of the engineers and the technicians, the technical side of the construction are becoming jobless. Even in the housing and other sectors, you find that it's foreigners who are doing those jobs. So that is a real issue that we are having, and we have to, the government has to address it. We have to talk about it.
Let me ask you, say the government has to address it. How has some of these challenges, before even we continue, how have they been addressed by the government? Probably through, because we had a new finance bill just the other time. Are we seeing efforts by the government maybe to address some of these challenges?
We are actually disappointed because creation of jobs is very easy. But the government is actually falling into the trap of foreign pressure and foreign interests. Who does not like the jobs? Why? It's because the job market, is, the building of roads, the building of houses, they are supposed to offer jobs. Not just jobs, which they talk about the manual. Manual is untrained. And manual, which is using your hands. Not those jobs. We are talking about engineering jobs. We are talking about technical. We are talking about in the engineering having our own ready machines, building our own vehicles. We know that Volkswagen is coming back to the country to do the assembly. Or the engineering or the mechanical engineering. That is a huge market where the industry should be able to. So we build our own. We build our own roads. Yeah, I know we are going to talk about the PPP so that I'll explain how we can be able to create, to absorb all those jobless graduates who are idling and not having
Interesting.
jobs.
Let me just ask you also that because you talked about also a bit of housing. And the government has another, the housing that is actually going on. It's an initiative by the government. What do you make of it? How does it contribute now even to conversations within the transport sector? Do they actually intertwine somehow?
The problem with the current housing model is unlike when it is that it's being done by the government. And you'll find that most of the expertise are coming from externally. And then the supply of the building materials also are single sourced. So the ramification of the industry does not spread to the populace to grow the GDP. Unlike when the housing should be left to the private sector, not the government. And then once these houses are built, they are also going to kill the housing industry, the real estate, because what is the government doing in building houses and selling them? What are the ladrons going to do with their houses, which already they have done? And that is why if you look at the indicator of the growth of the country, the building and construction is the one that indicates the growth of any economy. The bags you sell of cement.
Yes.
But right now, ask any hardware.
Yeah.
They are rarely selling cement, which does not now translate into the economy. Because when we are having surprise, you see, if you are building a road or a house,
Yes.
the fundi, the supplier, and all that
Yes.
make money, and then they spend that money locally.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Quite interesting. Let's talk about the PPP conception.
Yes.
Concessions actually by China.
Yes.
And do you understand that there's growing concern of some public-private partnerships,
Yes.
especially in foreign players that may put national roads under toll systems.
Yes.
And I was just wondering, do you think that these toll roads are even sustainable solutions for Kenya? And maybe are the motorists being burdened unfairly, or is it now a sustainable solutions to some of the issues that are facing the transport sector?
Roads actually are by nature supposed to be public, to remain public. Because if you look at the constitution of Kenya, freedom of movement is a constitutional right. And we had an issue with Kenyans had an issue with the JKIA,
Yeah.
Jomo Kenyatta International Airport, when it was being taken by the PPP. The same model actually is the model of trying to turn roads into PPPs. Because the PPP, they would want us to believe that it's a public-private partnership. But to us, it is a it is a private profiteering partnership.
Okay.
PPP of private profiteers partnerships, PPP.
Okay.
Disguised as PPP. So the P does not represent the public here. And if you look at roads, roads are they tried it on Thika Road, and motorists stopped it. You can see the booths they were doing on Thika Road.
Okay.
Because what informs these PPPs
Yes.
is the profits. And these profits are for foreigners. So it is neocolonialism. It is imperialism. Where now you'll be paying to use your own road. They are calling it user pay.
Okay.
Yet the social contract between you and the government is you pay tax. And the government gives you, what do you call it, in return? The service. So the service, you pay tax and you get, you pay tax and you get service.
You get
Yeah.
service, yes.
But now you are paying tax. And instead of getting the service,
You have to pay again.
the government wants you to pay
Someone
for the
else
roads.
For the
And
roads.
then you are not even paying the government.
Okay.
Is that the government, after milking you dry,
Yes.
then it sets what remains
Yeah.
for a privateer
Yeah.
to now finish up with you.
Yeah.
So it is not only a double taxation, because you see it is illegal
Okay.
and actually immoral, because we should not have roads that are private that are public that are private.
Yes.
Yeah, but we can have roads.
But what if such roads are there to, because in the long run, they are to leave them for Kenyans after they served the purpose for maybe a time, after maybe they've gotten back the money they used in building the roads. Don't you think maybe it could be sustainable to some extent? Because then it will save Kenyans some budget, that instead of the budgeting for roads, then they can budget for something else. maybe better facilities in healthcare or in education, and maybe that PPP will allow better roads where the government cannot really get money to build roads at the moment.
That is the lie the public are buying.
Yes.
That you cannot afford to do roads. I may ask you, where does the taxes go to? I've told you right now. Every single day we consume in the excess of 20 million liters of fuel. Every day. And half of that is tax. Besides all the other taxes. So the roads, building roads is one of the easiest thing, because we are not in a hurry to build these roads. After all, it is the government in the last 15 years which has neglected, actually the Kenya, that has neglected upgrading the roads, waiting to turn these roads into PPPs.
Into PPPs.
But you'll find that if we were to build our roads, there is the correct way of building roads. We don't have a problem with the PPPs building roads. But they should build roads out of something you call get their own land, private land, like the SGR did. So you get land and do and that was the agreement with the PPP that we did not oppose of one, the Nairobi Expressway. Because the Nairobi Expressway, Kenya convinced us that they are doing an elevated road, such that we'll remain with an alternative road where you can choose to use the expressway or use the alternative road. But then we had an issue with the Mombasa-Nairobi, where now the Bechtel, an American company, wanted to do that road. And we did meetings in our boardroom and with Kenya and agreed that they'll do the road. We did not have any issue. Why? They were getting virgin land to do the road, and the existing road would remain. And then they would attract and get the money, get the traffic, because the road is more smooth. And then they get what you call, because it's a BOT, build, operate and transfer. That is the model that is being used, but the model that is acceptable, that is legal in the world, where there is a need for the road. But now, this road that is being sold to, I think, China and America. America are almost pouring out of their Mombasa-Nairobi. But you'll find that in the one that right now they are doing, they want to do on the existing road without alternatives. And these people are targeting what? They are targeting the traffic. The huge traffic is the one that informs the PPP. It's not that they have the love for you to build a road.
What about the PPP that that meant they were going to build a better, is it JKA, if I'm not wrong? What happened to it? The Adani deals. Was it also a bad one? Why did Kenya actually oppose Adani in the first place?
Adani was opposed because in these are schemes to take over public assets. And actually it is new colonialism. It's actually geopolitics, where China, I may mention names here, are competing with the West, America, France, and all that, in the scrabble for Africa. And this one is coming in the infrastructure. So they'll tell you they are building your port. They'll tell you they are doing your road, because these are national assets. And these are the identity of a country. An airport is the only thing you have. You can be proud to say that this is our national heritage. How can you give out a foreigner to run a national heritage for you? It's tantamount to giving your house to someone else to run your own house and charge you for using your own house, and then restricts your usage. Because once these roads and these airports and these ports are taken, they are taken in concessions of 3 decades. And these are servitude. So you'll be paying someone, and someone will be collecting your revenue, and then purporting to survey to upgrade. What is upgrading? Upgrades are things that are very easy. And actually, in these concessions, like if you look at the expressway and the SGR, the money that you pay as the principal, the requirement as a commitment, the 15%, is the money that actually builds that road. So it's a scam. They use your own money to build your own road. Like now, this one you have to commit and remove a certain amount of money. And they use that money, and then you'll be paying. Like now, the SGR was inflated, I don't know, almost 20 times. It's the cost that it was up. If you look at the SGR we were promised, and the one they did. They did a prehistoric, they had promised as an electric train. But what did we get? We got trains that are obsolete. Then they are no longer using this. If you go to China, they have bullet trains. You are supposed to work in, to live in Mombasa and work in Mombasa. You ride there in 1.5 hours to Nairobi. But right now you take the same time you use a bus. So what upgrade is this? But then again, since it is infrastructure, we would want that money to come back to the people. So we prefer when we are using our own trucks, because that money translates into GDP. Unlike when the government is running these together with their preferred PPPs.
Let's talk about something else, also a challenge in the transport sector, and that is border insecurity. And I know you are alive to this fact. There's been a lot of border insecurity, but again, this sector has been an economic lifeline to so many, because you realize that there's high unemployment in Kenya, and so many of them actually have found their livelihoods through border sector. So then how can the government even have structured solutions that could actually restore order in the border sector while also not killing livelihoods?
In the transport sector, we have different modes of transport. It depends on which one you choose. You can choose decent transport, or transport that is retrogressive, like where we came from. We came from motorcycles long time ago. So we are supposed to be progressing towards decent public transport. We are not saying that border business is bad, but if you look, that is most informal business. And it has taken over from formalized transport. If you look at the upcountry, where probably the border are allowed to do the last mile, if we didn't have the border, we could have some scheduled van, a 14-seat, doing those small trips, a car, doing those trips. If you asked to ride in a car, that is scheduled, after some time a car moves, a smaller car, because we are considering, you have found that in the interior we are having proboxes doing that work. But they are safer, because you see, when you are riding in a motorcycle, the chances of when an accident happens and being seriously injured or fatally injured are real. But when you are using a vehicle, it is more. So we should not.
It's less severe.
We should not be getting back to border. But then, if you are to look in the context of Africa or Kenya, for that matter, border is supposed to do the last mile. While we are supposed to now, if you look at the Scandinavian world, they have decent transport. And the buses are supposed to have the government is supposed to run anywhere in the world. Public transport is run. It's so important it is run by the government. But if we were to have a quasi transport model where ownership, a certain ownership is private, then it is the government also should have a share in the ownership of the public transport. That is the only way you make, because you see, the public have no choice. Yes, it is the role of the government to provide decent transport. But when they retrograde, you'll find that now your child, the wife, they'll be riding in motorcycle. But if you are given a choice, would you rather they ride in a decent car or a van? When I talk a car, I'm talking about carpooling. You find that 5, 6 people carpool, and then they share the costs. And then we schedule, like now here in Nairobi, we are supposed to schedule transport and use the model that KBS was using, Kenya Bus Service were using, where you do not, where you use many routes. If you get to town, you'll be surprised that only 2 roads are being served by the matatu. That is the Tomboya and I think River Road or Les Coast Road. All others are out of bound because of the nature of chaotic nature of the matatu. But if there are decent buses like used to be, I can tell you that at the Harambee House, the president's house there, the president's office, but there still exists a signpost of a bus stop that used to they used to use the Harambee.
But talk about insecurity, it comes in so many ways, because we've experienced where border people themselves, they even rob other people, or other people actually board people, passengers of border. And we've experienced how chaotic it has been actually with borders. In simple words, how would we then make it more effective and efficient for?
Most of the border operators are honest, but then there are those thieves who take advantage of the border sector. Actually, most of the time, the thieves that use the border are not necessarily operators. Most operators actually do not condone steering, but there are those who use motorcycles, and then you see it looks like it's a border that actually are doing that. But you'll find that in the insecurity you find using the motorcycle, you can say using the motorcycle is the mostly you find that it is rogue or thieves who take advantage because you can escape quickly using the border. But we have another issue with the border, which is accidents. When accidents happen, and because of the lawlessness, most of the border do not have a driver's license or a riding license, and so they use wrong side, drive against traffic, cross overlap, and at night they drive with full light, flickering lights, and bribing the other road users. And when the accidents happen because of that, they take the law into their hands and even touch. You have seen them touching the super metro. You have seen them yesterday. I think they had an altercation with a DCI in Thika. And then the other day they had touched another vehicle in Rwanda. So it is actually, today the association, Motorist Association has issued a statement seeking quick solutions, seeking solutions between the border and motorist conflict.
Well, quite interesting. Now that you've mentioned about the accident bit of it, you also have to understand that and I know you are aware of this, that Kenya has actually been losing lives daily to road accidents, and we have had quite a number of reforms that trying to be reinforced and so on and so forth, but some have been quite low. From your perspective, what immediate changes do you think that actually could realistically reduce this carnage that we've experienced over time, and particularly on runaway road accidents, where we have an accident and then people run away from the scenes of the accident and so on.
Yes, the country is losing every year 450 billion to accidents, and that's a huge amount of loss. And besides that, we have human loss, which translates, we go with the conservative figures of NTSA, which are around 4,000 currently. But the World Health Organization puts them at 13,000 per year. That is because the reports that are produced by NTSA does not include death on the spot. But those who succumb later due to the injuries, serious injuries, are mostly not factored. So every family, every person knows of a relative, friend, or close work colleague who is a victim of a road accident. So it is I can call it a pandemic, or we can call it a catastrophe. Because unlike other ailments, accidents, someone who is healthy, a family member goes out in the morning and never comes back again. So you can imagine the heartache, the trauma. Children are left without fathers, without mothers. So it is something that is quite tragic. But to address it, it is that the government, we say that the government is the only leadership that can transform this. You saw that with Mishuki sometime.
Yeah.
And then what we are having at NTSA is that the NTSA are enforcers, or they are regulators. There is nobody in this country who is managing road safety or who is doing road safety. NTSA are not doing road safety. So road safety entails vehicle condition. What inspection? What does the inspection? Is the inspection that is done right now good? There is no inspection that is done nowadays.
So let me ask you,
Yes.
from where you sit, do you think that NTSA, as a lead road safety agency, is it doing its work in road safety, or is it actually a time to rethink its mandate even?
I can tell you that without blinking, that NTSA is overwhelmed. They have been given a lot of work, a lot of mandates. They are doing licensing. They are doing, I think, enforcement here and there. But mostly you find that the work that NTSA are doing, they are overwhelmed. They are doing driver testing, driver licensing, vehicle inspections, driver, so many things that they are overwhelmed.
Yes.
The DG is overwhelmed.
Yes.
So many roles should revert back to the police.
Okay.
Like now attending to accident, reporting that, driver testing, vehicle inspection.
Okay.
So because you see right now NTSA have got a problem in dealing with the road safety.
Yes.
So road safety, again, road safety is supposed to be done by a board that includes the private sector.
Yeah.
But right now, there is no private sector inclusion in the board, and the people who have been there, one person has no, because you see, we are supposed to have persons from the transport sector.
Yes.
They killed TRB that would bring, that board will bring in the private sector, and that way self-regulation from the industry would be discussed in the boardroom.
Yes.
But right now there is a disconnect completely. Yes.
Interesting.
Yes.
Wow. Quite interesting. I know we're coming to the tail end of this conversation.
Yes.
And probably I have 2 more questions for you before we come to the end of this conversation.
Yes.
And we're now looking at the future of motorists,
Yes.
or rather transport in Kenya, how it looks like. And probably we're talking about electric vehicles, which are actually slowly entering Kenya. And I'm just asking that, do you see these as a realistic for the average motorist in the next 10 years? How will the next 10 years be in the transport sector for you?
Yes, the
from your
EV,
perspective?
the EV, that is the electric vehicle.
Yes.
It was said that it will transform the motoring in the country. But the absorption of the EVs, the electric vehicle, has been very slow. And the goal that was set of transforming motoring into EVs, into electrical vehicles, the uptake is so slow that we cannot meet the target they were talking about. Reasons is that the electric vehicles are expensive, very expensive.
Okay.
And then their batteries, once there is issue with the battery replacement, because it's so expensive again,
Yeah.
we are yet to have charging spots across the country. And then again, unreliability when it comes to longer distances. If I'm going to Kisumu, and then I needed to recharge in Naivasha or in Nakuru, and because these vehicles do not, and then when you are in traffic. So as long as we are looking at retaining the vehicles that use the fossil fuels, again we have geopolitics, where we are looking at the motor companies that were looking into this revolution, rethinking the electric vehicle. So it is quite interesting that the electric vehicle is taking, but then again, we would love to see more of electric vehicles in the PSV, and especially in town service, because of less pollution. And then they also come with the better buses, which we talk about, decent public transport, which we are lacking. So as an association, we support electric vehicles, but then again, we are weighing. We have to balance between electric vehicles and the fossil vehicles. In the motorcycle, also the rollout has been slow. Unlike how it was expected, but we are still observing, and we are advising our members on because again we have the hybrids, and also we have vehicles that are quite fuel efficient, even which use the normal fuel or the fossil fuels. Yes.
Okay. Quite interesting. Wow. This is very much interesting. Hopefully in the future we will go full electric. Probably it will. There will be a lot of dynamics actually into us even transitioning into electric vehicles. Can we do it like in 10 years fully, or it will need more time?
It will take longer time.
Okay.
And then again, there are
because of the challenges you've mentioned.
Yes, and there are also other technologies that are coming about.
Yes.
And we are living in very interesting times.
Okay.
Because of the revolution, the technology. You know, we are also having semi or autonomous or fully autonomous vehicles that can be able to drive by themselves. And using the AI, vehicles AI will do better job than most drivers. So we are looking into many drivers losing their jobs to AI. There are some towns that actually have started using those vehicles to do deliveries. And the vehicle
in Kenya,
not in Kenya, but there
in
are
other
some
parts of the world.
cities. They are doing all their deliveries, small deliveries.
Yeah.
You just shop in the supermarket and it brings you there. And you are the only one to learn the QR code.
Yeah.
That's when it will open.
Yeah.
Yeah, you are the only one to communicate with it. So we soon we are going to get autonomous vehicle sooner than we expected.
Okay.
And they will be driving themselves. Actually, if you look at most vehicles nowadays, they are almost driving themselves. Sometimes you just sit. I drive one Volkswagen, and it is intelligent. It cannot hit another vehicle. Yeah, it senses when you are overtaking, it increases the fuel. If you do not brake enough, it helps you to brake. It cannot, when you are reversing, it cannot hit another vehicle. If you want to swerve, and there is a boda passing by, it refuses to steer. So we are having intelligent vehicles. When it is raining, it does its wiper. The lights come on automatically. It heats itself to the optimal level. So we are getting into autonomous vehicles where you'll be sitting and doing your own office work while you are being driven around by AI.
Wow.
Yes.
Interesting times. But are there challenges to this? Because we've talked about lack of opportunities. Actually, not lack of opportunities, really, but we've talked about some people may actually lose their jobs into the future. Are there other challenges that we're foreseeing? And maybe you could also talk about general challenges that is facing the transport sector and probably the solutions as we come to the end of this conversation.
Yes, if you look at the job market, is that AI definitely is going to take the job market. And in the next 10, 20 years, you'll find that we'll have mass layoffs in the traditional jobs being taken by AI. Not only in the modeling, but we'll have doctors who will be treating and doing surgery to people using AI and using artificial intelligence. Most of these works will be done by AI, and the Bill Gates of this world tell you that in the only job that will not be taken by AI probably is the very intricate part of probably that operation that will require, but it's just to stand by while the machines are doing it. So we'll get to that. But then if you look at the transport sector, the issue...
So if AI takes jobs from people,
yes,
what will be the work of people? Is AI making the work of people easier, or is it taking away the work?
You see, when the AI takes the work, that means mass redundancy. And then people will not benefit unless the government...
What will then be the space of people? Will they get other opportunities? Because then when there is AI, probably there will be new jobs created.
Yes.
Or how will it be? Will it be that then people are no longer working? And maybe probably the government will be just paying people for...
Yeah, you see, a good government, a just government,
Yes.
uses its resources to pay people.
Yeah.
In many countries, by just being a citizen, you are paid. Because where does the natural resources go to? When you mine, that money is supposed to go to schools, pay hospitals, pay all that. And this country has got what you call a lot of resources.
Okay.
So when we are able, if you have good governance, then the government will come up in the policy, because what the work of the government should be offering services like health for free, transport for free, education, and then even come up with but then again, ownership, shares, where you own some of these companies through shares. And then the government brings in that it's only the citizens that should do some of these jobs. So, but then again, we'll be looking mostly into that
Very
to see
interesting.
what comes by.
Okay. Yeah, and you were talking about the challenges that is facing the motor vehicles,
Yes.
the industry itself, even as we come to the conclusion of this,
Yes.
and probably some of the solutions.
If you look at the transport sector currently,
Yeah.
there are real challenges where now vehicle business is concerned. In the matatu industry, many investors, they call themselves investors, but they are not protected. So it is a cycle where you get a vehicle on loan. And then that vehicle, when it is servicing the loan, it is running very well. But it is running very well to just service the loan. After some while before it completes to pay the loan, it starts getting old. And then it is replaced by newer vehicles. So the older investors are driven out of the market by newer vehicles. Because you see, when you are riding, you prefer to ride in a newer vehicle. What happens to the older vehicles? And that is why we used to have a transport licensing board where vehicle owners would sit and make decisions. Right now, routes, we no longer have routes. So what happens is that newer vehicles come and flock a route and edge out. And then who benefits? The people who sell the chases, because they keep on selling the chases. And who sells these chases?
Yeah.
These are multinationals. So their job is secured at the expense of the local. So it is a cycle,
Yes.
a vicious cycle, where now these investors will be driven out, new ones will come by.
Okay.
And that is why you'll find that though they are robbing
Okay.
to remove older vehicles, they are doing that so that they can you can continue what you call consumerism.
Yes.
A consumer society.
Okay.
Consumer society consumes, and then the multinationals keep on selling.
Okay.
So that's a huge challenge that we'll probably in our next show be able to dissect.
Okay.
Because it's a major problem.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you so much, sir, for your time. This has been Peter Murima, who is the chairperson of the Kenya Motorist Association of Kenya. And
Motorist Association of Kenya.
or Motorist Association
It's
of Kenya.
registered as the Motorist Association of Kenya.
Yes.
The umbrella body.
Thank you so much. And of course, thank you so much for also tuning in on this conversation on the Power Table. This is where we get to give you insights on issues that affect you, our viewer. My name has been Eugene Kwach, and you can follow us on our various social media channels at Eugene Kwach, at SPM Bars, and at Siasa Times. Thank you so much and have a good time.